Hello, I'm Jeffrey K. Horcrims. And these are all the same people who were here before. Now, please, bow your heads, Shadow Council. May our labors please you. Let us enter a reverent space for the beginning of our reading from the Book of Alyssa. Thank you so much, Kate. Kate knows how to do it. I see there's some issues in the other pews. Jerry, announce Idle Champions code giveaway. We are giving away the big Cthulhu bundle featuring an unlock for Cthulhu Draub, 42 Cthulhu gold chests, and an exclusive golden epic. I can't stress enough, Codename Entertainment is not affiliated with any existing NFT gamification projects.
Yeah.
Despite what you might have heard. God damn it, Ren, shut up.
But maybe in one of these chests. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get anybody.
Not yet, cowards.
You are not helping me. That sounded like Sinistar. Now, number 2, top donor callouts as usual. To my right, Mr. Blitzen. How are things at the hut? I know it's been a challenging year.
We're getting spicy. This has been a landmark decision coming in the fight for the ownership of the hut and the hostile takeover that I've been forced to deal with.
Yeah.
And things are coming to a head. We haven't quite gotten to the end of it yet. Right. But there was a star witness that seems to have turned the tables in my favor. And that was a certain little scamp who delivered some pretty scathing testimony in the form of a certain gunky boy named It's Gunks.
Draw it out.
Nice.
Draw it out.
We need more.
Stretch it out. Like
I couldn't
Caramello.
find the window to find the name of the person that I was talking about. Okay.
I know.
All right.
Okay. We're all.
I don't know how to read. Okay, you're all happy. Is that what you wanted to hear? Yes, I'm illiterate.
I'm okay. Well, thank you, Dinar.
I was sounding it out.
I was
letter
sounding.
by
I
letter.
had to get my helper monkey to sound it out to me, and he was over there, and I was at a loss.
All right. Well, to the right of my right, Ms. Dongrass, is there any new business?
Point of order, next time we do a 5-year D&D campaign, I don't want to come directly after Ryan because it gives me the sillies.
No.
Okay. Walnut. So, man, I had a whole thing and it really just went out of my head. I have a person who is joining the Grove,
Really?
and they've decided to cast off their allegiance to every other sort of faction. And you may have heard their name before,
Really?
especially in conjunction with the Yum Yum Hut. And they said they fucking hate all those other guys. They're
Really?
all about the Grove now.
Whoa.
And their name is
Whoa.
Tyrannosaurus. Oh my God.
Wow. What an ally. What an
An
ally.
11th
That's
ally.
Coming
quite
off
the,
mute to yell, what?
that's
Happy to
quite
have
the coup, Walnut. That's that in your corner. That's gonna have a real effect.
Putting
Now,
the cool and coup, I get.
if you will. Now, Rosie.
Yeah.
My understanding, and tell me if I am wrong, is that stars exist. Has that been your experience?
Yeah, they're up there. They're up
Nice.
there, Jerry. I can attest to that. Right now, I'm outside. It is still too light, but I know that the stars are there. They're tricky little bastards. And another tricky little bastard that I think that we all have come to know and appreciate is our good Lord and Savior 50 Cent. Now,
Oh yeah, obviously Fitty, as they say.
I did say I pronounced it 50 Cent, and I hate myself now.
50th cent.
Now, one of the thing you may be like, what did 50 Cent? Was that Rosie's top donor? Close.
Or the G unit, maybe in aggregate.
The G unit could have also been, but in this case, it was a very special, very elite unit called the BP unit. 50
you
Cent's
dork.
BP unit
Oh.
coming in clutch with the top donor. Imagine
Real
a little
magnate.
bee-
Caliente.
Imagine a kick-ass little bee pin. And that's what I would show if I had bothered to bring it on this vacation.
Yeah, well, and that's reasonable. It's respectable, and I respect the hell out of you. To the left of my left, now, Cthulhu, have there been any emanations from the void?
This void won't stop emanating. Let me tell you.
You need to call a service.
Yeah, it's off the hook. I have to put earplugs in at night. I can't sleep. I had to move out. I'm getting it fumigated. The void just absorbs all the poison you give it, and
Yeah.
it's a bad time. But
Yeah.
I will tell you this: one of those emanations came in the form of a bizarre name that even itself could be a spell. That's Zion's Wazd. It's pretty interesting.
That brings me
I'm gonna
joy.
be deciphering that one for quite some time, and they're gonna receive one of these, which I, unlike Quiver, value enormously. I think it's good work, and I think it's important work.
It's
Hey,
vital.
have I ever told you guys how I WASD using my pinky? Does that upset anybody on this call? It really has disturbed
Really?
a lot of
Hold on.
people
That's
in my
a-
past.
Let me try.
What a
Which-
wicked
where does the pinky go on?
animal.
The A?
Yeah. It goes on the A and the shift key. And you know what? I think people who are like, what, they recoil as though they've seen a poisonous snake when I tell them this information.
Hold on. a
But I
second.
just
So
think it means I have a buff fucking pinky.
you do,
very
but then
powerful.
why? Does your ring finger then go on the W, and then
Yes,
then S middle finger, D pointer finger?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
very
and my
bizarre.
index finger just hanging out, doing whatever it wants, just taking a break. Alyssa Grant says, "What the fuck?"
Hold on a
I
second.
am
That doesn't even make
shaken
sense.
to my core.
What do you do? What?
Yeah, everybody
can't
try
do
it
it.
out.
I'm
hate
gonna
it.
have to. I'm gonna have to
Touch the two
see
fingers.
this. I'm gonna have to see this. It's a very ooh woo.
What's
Mavis
wrong with your
Grant ain't
hand?
teaching me shit.
I'm gonna have to see it. Now.
Sorry.
For my own part, Tyrannosaurus not once but twice tipped it, and tonight is a very special night. We're talking about that tri-tip,
He's a madman.
that prized cut, and of course, the third time historically has been the charm. And in this particular instance, the tipper was Bapoonit. I don't think it's the same person as BP unit.
British Petroleum
Unit.
Unit.
So petrodollar. Essentially, I'm loving it. Poll result discussion. Now it jumped back and forth a couple times. I've been monitoring it very closely. The first thing, so timelines was just at 49, but like I say, it swapped back and forth. But I will tell you that there was a live game. So when I played Omen, I think it was in the West game during, like, in the very, very heart of what's sometimes called the pan pizza. The pandemic,
Personal.
the personal pan pizza. Right in the crux of it at the PAX Online that we did, I made a very special effort to separate Omen from the rest of the group in that live game and go into this park garden next to it and get down and have this moment. So a year later, I could come in and provide this moment here. So that, because people had a lot of questions, and reasonably so, because there was basically almost a year where there was no C team. But now you should have a sense of how these things line up. You should have a sense of which Omen we're actually talking about, and a newly a more sprightly certainty is certainly the result of having accomplished this task. Now, the only question in my mind that remains is, did Omen work with certainty on this project? I think that's the part that I left open. Now,
And I mean, these are both your OCs, so
I
presumably
know.
the answer also resides in your mind.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's the
Now,
answer? Just give us the answer.
And what's the answer, Jerry?
I can't. Now, but I will also, on the beta program, so I put a few other silly tasks in here in terms of Acquisitions Incorporated jobs that had sort of like devolved and been put on the secondary network that Certainty runs, right?
Mhm.
Now, there was another job earlier this season. There was a device called an auger that is the mark of station for a job also called the auger that the party did not use. And I think that's cool, but it has a full suite of abilities and tasks. But I thought it might be very fun to read very briefly from just a few little hints, a few tasty treats. So the Acquisitions Incorporated book was originally going to have a lot of subclasses for existing classes. Now these were just proposed. They did not, obviously they were not shipped in the book proper. Such things, this type of crunch requires a really, really like a profound level of testing to enter into the canon, right? But let me give you a few delights just from the titles. Understand that each of these is completely done all the way up to 14th level. There's abilities for every one of these, but I'm just going to tantalize you with it briefly. Barbarian Primal Path, Corporate Raider, Bard College, College of Business.
Oh.
Cleric Domain, Greed. Right?
Yeah. Tracks.
That section is like 3 pages long.
Yeah,
because there's spells, channel divinity abilities, all this kind of stuff. Fighter Martial Archetype, Sword for Hire. Monk Monastic Tradition, Way of the Invisible Hand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Paladin Sacred Oath, Oath of the Fixer.
Ooh.
Also, Oath of the Bodyguard. Ranger Archetype, Trailblazer. Understand that this is a full document with all rules. Warlock, Otherworldly Patron, That Which Endures.
Uh-oh.
So there's your second season shit. Wizard Arcane Tradition, School of Plutomancy. So understand that this is like 1,000,000 pages long, real like actual design. It's all in there. But to get something like that incorporated into the full game proper, we thought that we could do something else with the book aside from that, and I'm really proud of the book that we did.
Those are some
Finding a
really
way to
cool
reference
class-
Mickey Mouse's dog too is impressive.
Wait, hold on.
Gross.
Those are some classic classes. Jerry, you piece of shit. Where the fuck was the druid subclass?
Where's the druid, Jerry?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something happened to it. It was
Some a horse or whatever.
it was redacted. No, never mind. It's druid subclass.
Nope.
Horse girl.
Nope.
Oh, that's a
very,
good
very tall raccoon.
No, it's druid subclass, Druid Grove archetype, bruh girl.
Okay.
Is that now we're talking? Druid archetype, bratty top. Oh, okay, now I got you. Don't fuck with these. All right, now.
Ready top's our word.
Yeah, you can't use it now. Jerry, winter callouts. It says winter, but we're also moving into the winter callouts. Certainly, winter call-ins. I mean, you start there. Idle Champions codes. Get your ass ready, Embrassel and Yanaril, because you got those chests getting in there. Get that brace on there ahead of time so you don't hurt yourself opening up all these chests. Elderwood Academy, Cthulhu's Elite Hex chest with the up top, Thorn XBL, longtime ally of the program. Level Up Dice Snowmate set. I saw people dropping congratulations to Carl KB99 right in there. Obviously, we couldn't get enough of the goddamn thing. We think it is very fun and cool. And of course, the Penny Arcade Shadow Council dice box. Also over to BP unit. Now, is there an MVP? Now, there's several items, I suppose, that are not conscious, and so it might make this week's choice easier.
The wicker fucking whatever the hell. Remember that?
Door?
Remember
the
door.
cart? That kicked ass. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's an incredible.
No, Chris, did you like to think about the
dystopia.
hinge?
You know what? It gave me a lot of joy trying to figure out now how could you make it so that it was still alive and nourished by the, you get 2 different coiling strands, like 2 trees growing up together. And then it takes time. It takes time.
And love.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So wicker, is that what you're thinking? That's the MVP?
You really got to want to hide a cart to work on it. Something like that,
Yeah.
You gotta want to hide a cart. I thought
you gotta want to hide a cart.
I thought that Ryan did a really good job as Candace with Candace's little. I thought Candace's little hat was pretty well
it's
used.
the
in this
replica
episode.
Candace.
It's the replica Candace. Yeah.
No, I like it because it sounds like it's going to be some sort of Latinate US ending. Nah.
Yeah.
Not this
Is
time.
that because I made that joke immediately? Was that it turns you into different Candaces? Is that what you had written
Yeah.
down? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just
Jeez.
rolling with my dumb bullshit.
No,
I
no, it's
honestly
broken.
did.
It sucks. Candace
It
was
doesn't
one of the
work.
designers, and that's as far as she felt like going. She just
Yeah,
wanted to make getting dressed in the morning easier.
Terrific. Terrific.
But I thought that the boot that was made to shoot blood, a torrent of blood. What a fucking
That's
epic
true.
finale.
Yeah,
Through the
yeah,
door.
the boot is probably the winner. Blood boot.
What incredible creativity from Tristan the Falcon.
You know what? Wicker's out. Wicker's
No,
done.
what was it? It's the catering shit. Anyway, I mean, I had fun. That's the main thing. Finale. Now, I tried to answer these questions in the chat, but let me answer them all for you right now. Instead of a normal episode next Wednesday, we are going to be running a marathon of each of our favorite episodes in sequence. The finale itself will air on Wednesday, November 17th, with a epilogue celebration at Unplugged Proper Live. But the finale, is live. I mean, am I correct on this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're actually,
do it right.
that is going to be a live, fully live, thoroughly live episode. So obviously prepare yourself for that. We also might have a cool lore twist for you on that one. We're going to keep working on it back here. Standard game discussion and question answering. Now, I have the Q scenario here. Is
I
there
got
any
the A.
The yay? Get a
I
yak?
got the A. I got the
Oh.
A, baby.
Let's
Now-
give them the
I
A.
got full-blown A's
Really?
Straight
for
A's.
as many Q's as you want.
Okay, well let's jump right in there. S.A. Wells, question for Jerry. Lots of shows seem to have trouble ending properly or at all. When in C Team did you know that it would end, when it would end, and how it would end? Well, I have always, for me, especially if you're running the game, like maybe year 2 or 3, I might have had a much heavier hand in how the finales would go for each individual character. But in terms of like what the party set out to do, what they meant to do, we're done with that. We can use the final episode to say goodbye, and then we use the unplugged episode to say hello again very quickly and have fun. But the finale episode really is intended to be the goodbye, and that is so. When I've talked to every person individually, that's what we've discussed. How do you want that to look? How do you want it to feel? Cotton. How do you? What kind of experience do you want? And how do you want to communicate that to the Shadow Council? Mayor Labors please them. So yeah. I mean, I knew that I wanted to resolve certain things. I knew that I wanted to bring the question of the original clones to a close. And that's basically what the campaign has been about, and it required certainty to do it. Taranthosaurus, how has the C Team and your character on the show changed you as a person?
Happening.
What the hell?
Called out. Called out.
Tristan, you have an answer to this.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why would you put me on the spot? How has playing the C Team changed?
Kate is going to a second location.
Kate's
Sorry.
gone. Kate messed up her
Yeah.
spot in the thing. Now she's not in the overlay. There she is.
Thank God for Josh.
Okay. In all seriousness, though, I mean, like, I mean, y'all made fun of me for so long about doing characters that you're like, oh, it's just you, blah, 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 therapy. And I was like,
No.
yeah, I did work through a lot of shit on the old show, and I learned about things that I want in my life for real and things that I don't want. And I will definitely say that, like, yeah. Oh my God, how can you be serious with Kate doing this? Whatever.
You can't.
Anyway,
It's not
Can't.
possible.
You
It was fun.
can't. The
And
good
occasionally-
answer you had is ruined.
And occasionally there was a dog. I mean, I'll say, I don't play a game proper. I don't play a character proper in the game, obviously. But there's probably something you could extract from the fact that AI is the villain in multiple seasons of this show, and there's 5 other versions of myself I felt the need to annihilate. I mean, there's probably some content in there for the astute observer.
I was going to say I set out like, well, sorry, but like off of that, the idea of it and the idea that it's like, oh, well, this is a therapeutic sort of an exploration. The show ends with me requiring to explore because I thought I had made a character that was different enough sufficiently. And then we just converged.
Technical difficulties.
Kate, remember when you guys would give a very nice, sweet answer and you would be an absolute jackass during mine?
I wasn't trying. It got really cold and dark out there. I'm sorry.
I kicked her out. I
Yeah,
made her do her
looks
call
like a
You
bat.
need to go
outside
Oh, no,
outside.
it's back.
with
It's
the
back.
bugs
It's back.
and the wolves.
Oh,
There's
okay,
the
we're back.
frogs are so loud. Okay, we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
back. Do I want to re-answer? Who needs to re-answer, Alyssa?
Just you.
Me. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
just
get 2
saying
of them.
my answer about how I've changed and whatever is that I'm an internet grandma now. I've had a lot of nourishing stories about other people's nannies. I've gotten really good at baking bread and I've gotten to nourish my friends. So I think that's,
Oh, wow.
that's my answer, Rosie. Yeah.
They also are saying that I didn't get my answer either. This was a long outage.
Oh wow.
Well, we don't need to hear me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kithra Straub, is it strange or surprising to think that Kithra Straub and Chris Straub were the same person the whole time?
You know what? What a reveal it was to me. I couldn't
Wow.
believe that.
Que sorpresa.
We call this
Incredible.
we call this the Tristan arc, and it's a recognized phenomenon in psychology. This
In
is
culture,
this
fashion?
is this is the arc here. Now,
Cuisine.
yeah,
That's a new question.
cuisine shoe. Now, Starboot says there have been an innumerable amount of incredible quotes from the campaign over the years, and I respect it would be hard to pick a favorite. But if you had to pick a favorite from any character or NPC, what would it be? Now that's interesting. Like a line, a takeaway
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
I have so many great quotable lines. How do
I'm
I
not
pick one?
made of I'm not made
Hell,
of dead kid money. I mean, that's good.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
no,
I'm not made of dead kid money. I only used it once, but
That's very good.
someone did someone had sent
Cross stitch.
and it, like cross stitches. I have it on my desk. I see it every day. I see I'm not made of no kid or dead kid money. And also we have a saying in Jannar, no. And I have both of them when I walk into my office, I see both of them. And so I think about them all the time. Even though I only think I said both of them once. They're very good.
I mean, obviously for Walnut, I mean, I am right is going to endure for all time.
Yeah.
It's going to ring out through the ages, ostentatious to a fault. That's a
Yeah.
keeper. I'm a road, not a home. I mean, I feel like these are the keepers for sure, right?
Actually,
also
I think
just-
if I've
Hello, friend.
given anything to the nomenclature, if there's one thing, it is blank
Something,
impressive in D&D. That's my legacy to the world in this game.
yeah. And I
I
guess
will-
technically we've imagined a lot of dark things for sure.
Yeah,
We've
that
had
too.
a lot of dark things. The is blank impressive and blank has definitely like
Jumped
fully
the
gone.
ship.
Like I was doing a puzzle in the middle of the pandemic. I would like me and someone else, and I was like, "Damn, our edge pieces impressive in puzzles," and it was just like it's 3 layers deep.
It's a powerful tool.
I love it.
It's a powerful tool. Dwayne J says, as a DM about to embark on introducing acquisitions incorporated to his party, do you have any tips for success? Also, y'all just about killed me with these last sessions. Serious core destruction from laughter, tremendous value. Yeah, the last couple have been very, very silly. But I mean, I think that ever since we got back together and were able to play, it just feels so good to be weird. It feels good to like be together in the same place and be weirdos. Because, you know, not being weird for an extended period of time is not healthy for me.
Some sweet weirdo who I love tweeted at me. I'm also a weirdo. Was like, "Hey, I'm really sad that C Team's over because you feel like really come into your own like full force as an entertainer. Like, what are you gonna do next?" And
Really?
I was like, "That's so sweet. Nothing. This is it. I'm
Goose
going
egg.
out on top. I'm taking something from Ryan. This is how I've changed since playing C Team. I listen to Ryan. You leave him wanting more."
Yeah, no, it's good. That's a good dynamic. In terms of introducing Acq Inc. to the party tips for success. The main thing I think would be to introduce them to someone from Acquisitions Incorporated, and then introduce them to someone else from Acquisitions Incorporated that wants them to do something very similar but has different incentives. I think that the main thing to do with AI is really communicate that it's a lot of crabs in a bucket type stuff. And there's a lot of climbing over one another. So the first couple times, outside of something like a job fair, the first couple times you meet them, you should be meeting different representatives, communicating very different things about what the organization can offer them. And don't be afraid to play around with beta jobs like I did in this last episode. Moo says, I'm still deeply in denial the show is ending. However, in this hypothetical scenario where it is ending, is there any chance we might still see charity one-shots or mini-series with the same cast? I can't die before seeing a Tales from the Loop series starring the collections agency as kids from the rival high school. Well, yeah, I mean, I have precisely zero hard and fast rules about that. I don't feel like, oh, we can never play again, ever again, and that's how it is. The truth is, we're just very good at it. We're just very, very good. Yeah, still should be homeschooled. Ha ha ha.
Definitely homeschooled.
Still is the homeschooled kid for sure. He comes in for PE. But yeah, I mean, I would be very, very surprised if we never played anything again. I mean, charity one shot. I mean, certainly that's one way to do it. But yeah, I think that we sort of, now that we know we can rely on each other to do cool things, I don't see any reason to stop doing cool things. Vrist says, are the players going to be on chat during the marathon? Now, the marathon is going to be 5 episodes in length. So I would not, I would not, sir, cast members only. So what I would say is that might be difficult to extend, our consciousness during that period of time. Although I will probably almost certainly pop in from time to time, but you'll know because I will chat into the field and it'll be like 10 exclamation points. And that'll be how you know that I have arrived. It's how I communicate. That's my love language, is exclamation points. Bow your heads. We have reached 8. Which is the final entry here in the Book of Alyssa. Jerry, thank partners. Level Up Dice, obviously. Idle Champions, thank you so much. Elderwood Academy, right back at it. Thank you so much for enabling this program, which so many have enjoyed. Thanks so much for coming on this journey with us. Until next time, we'll see you.